Okay. I think it was around between 4 and 5 in the afternoon. So I was in the main bedroom with my wife, and then we just heard a kid screaming in the house. So I wanted to go to check what is happening, and I saw some guys wearing balaclavas holding assault rifles approaching towards the main bedroom where I was with my wife. And then when they got into the house, they said, inside the main bedroom, they said we must lie down. Myself, I must lie down on the floor. And while I was lying down, I saw also the kids, they made the kids also to lie down and push their hands behind their head. And then they started asking me questions that how many people are in the house, and I explained people who are in the house, and they asked me if they found someone beside the people that I just mentioned. I said no, it's only these people that I know. And then some of them, they were busy searching, I assume, and then they came back, and then they said, okay, they took my cell phones, and then they took my cell phones, and then they start asking me questions. They're saying to me, where is Jerry? I said, I don't know also, I just heard that he's been kidnapped. And then they said also...
Did they tell you that was the reason why they were there? They were searching or looking for Jerry?
Yes, they mentioned Jerry, yes. And then after that, they start asking me about police. Who do I know in the police force? And I said to them, I know quite a lot of police because I've got a contract with these people, so I've got most of their contact details because we had to call them to arrange to do medical assessment. And then they said, do you specifically know General Sibia? And then I said, yes, I know him because I met him. And then they said, no, besides what you're telling us, have you met him in your personal capacity? And I said, no, I don't know him in that way. And they also asked me if I know General Khan and Minister Mkunu. And then actually they took very, very long asking me about these police officials. And then after a while, it was very late, I think. They said, okay, we're taking, at the gate, there is guards there, 2 guards at the gate. So they took their weapons. It's a handgun and 2 handguns and 2 rifles. And they also took my personal firearm, and they took my watches, my cell phones. And then they said, okay, they're going to confiscate my weapons, and they'll also come to my office to confiscate the weapons from my office. I said, what was the reason for that? They're saying the safe that you have is not mounted. So that is the reason that we're taking these firearms. So, okay, I said, it's fine. If you're doing that, give me something to show that you were here and then you confiscated my property. They said, no, the way we are taking your property is the way we'll bring them back. But I said, okay, you're taking my cell phones, my laptop, my watches, my firearms, and then you're not giving me something to show that I can claim these things. And then they just left me like that. And then the following morning, it was on Saturday, I rushed to the police station because by then I thought those people were criminals because they were wearing balaclavas with civilian clothing.